we welcome I think that applause is not good enough. We can do better.
Good morning. I'm so excited to be here to actually speak because I'm someone that has actually been a product of consistency all my life, right? I might not be here to bore you today with so many stories, but I want to say that person that, let's say, 10 years ago, I didn't know what 10 years after was going to be like, but I was so certain that when I stand somewhere in 10 years' time, from 10 years ago, I would be telling people that I really pushed to get myself to where I am. And I'm someone that also believes in not going alone. So that was why I actually formed SOOK, Still Up with Katso, where I help people to also be consistent till they move to where they need to be. All right, so before we start, actually, we're going to have like a little icebreaker for like 30 seconds. Maybe, so if you're sitting down with someone, I really want you to just face that person or face the people, just one person among you, to just take yourself back in time to a project you've done before, something that you've done, and whether it was successful or not, but it has to be successful. So you need to actually look at someone and tell someone that, yes, I thought of doing something like a few months ago, a few weeks ago. It could be a habit, it could be personal achievement. It could even be as tiny as even thinking of a business idea. So just face someone and just start talking. And I'm going to pick like a few people to just tell me what the other person said and what stood out for that person. So yeah, so let's do it. 30 seconds. Let's face everybody. It could even be the cameraman or the videographer. Don't let anybody get spread. I know that we have like a lot to say because consistency is not something that takes like 30 seconds like I tried to. So I don't know who is interested, who wants to share what his or her partner told him or her. So if you don't mind, one person, two people, if anybody's ready to share. Okay, that's fine. So I will be asking a few questions. So in 10 seconds, in 10 seconds, what exactly did the person say?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jennifer. Though I didn't ask my partner's name, but from what he told me, he had a project to execute, and he thought it was going to be a big deal. But when he shared with people his ideas, he got people that helped him to, put up ideas together, and that made his project to come to actualization sooner than he even thought. So from his story, I feel that in being consistent, you equally need people's ideas. You need to carry people along because, like they said, two good heads are better than one. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. So it's actually the same thing, right? Consistency is not just about you wanting to wake up every day and showing up. It's also about surrounding yourself with the right people. So I heard something yesterday. They said, whenever you're looking for people to help you run with things, you need to look for people that actually align with your vision. Because if they don't align with your vision, the matter will drag. It's just like you want to talk to MTN right now to sponsor you for something. If they don't understand what you're saying, it's particular, you could go months, weeks, trying to send them a message, even years, and they will not answer you. But if you see that person that really, like, look at all the sponsors here, they aligned with the vision, right? And immediately he reached out to them, they all came on board. So whenever you're actually trying to be constant, and you also need to keep showing them proof, digital footprints, anywhere, just show them, I've done this, I've been doing it without anyone, and today this is where I am. So, right, and I would like to ask a question, you don't need to answer, right? Have you looked at someone before and you're like, how did this person get here? Then you ask yourself, was it luck? Was it that the person knew somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody? And then you're like, well, I don't even know. But the truth of the matter is that most times it's not about luck, It's not about if the person knew people. It's not about if the person from a rich family. It's about how that person keeps waking up every morning and telling myself, you know what, I'm not going to sleep today. Today I'm going to step out and I'm going to show up and I'm going to tell people like, yes, I'm ready to shine. There's one artist I'm sorry, I'll be giving a lot of references. So there's an artist, we all know him. His name is Davido. I love Davido. People ask you why. I'll tell people, even as rich as Davido is, Davido has never sat down. You think Davido is Zazu. He wakes up every morning and he's singing, he's trying to drop hits. He's trying to make us happy, right? So that's what we call consistency. He has gone on so many billboards. People will tell you it's because his father has money. No, look at Burna Boy. A lot of them, they also do the same thing, but Davido keeps showing up. I use Davido as an example because Davido is someone that was privileged, but he never sat down. As the founder of my business, right, I have had my fair share of challenges, right? So Skill Up with Catsoul is a platform that gives people in underserved communities opportunities. So what we do is we train young people, right, and we give them access to a marketplace. Now, we don't just train them like every other person, we just train them and let them go. We train them and we put them under apprenticeship of people that are really skilled to keep looking at what they're doing before we now give them access to market where they can now start selling their skills. We've had a lot of stories of people that didn't even have hope, single mothers, young boys that were actually selling drugs, and a lot of them. And look at where they are now. They are making money. At least they can wake up in the morning and tell you that legit, this is the money I've made this month, this is the money I've made this week, right? So for me, I feel like that was a very good thing for me to do. But starting that business, it wasn't easy, right? I'll wake up in the morning, I'll tell myself, I don't want to talk to people, I don't want to reach out to anybody, I don't want anybody to say, oh, okay, this is it, I was part of this, I was solely part of this, right? But I needed people. So I reached out to a couple of people, I said, would you guys come on board to be, part of my team? And my partner would always say, reach out to the right people. And then when I sold the vision to them, all of them were like, okay, we like the idea, no problem. The amount of money I wanted to pay them, it wasn't anywhere near the kind of expertise they were going to bring in. But whenever they look back at how I've run this business since 2017, I've been doing it on my own. 1 year, I'll call people, come and learn how to make shoes, come and learn how to make bags. And they were like, okay, we're impressed, let's come on board. So we said, no, don't pay me. I said, no, I need to give you money. Okay, don't worry, just pay our transport money. We started like that from 2020 during the lockdown. After the lockdown in 2021, we continued. We kept on pushing this business. No one knew the business, no one wanted to recognize the business. Till a few people started saying, we like what you're doing, we want to work with you. Okay, this is the money we want to give. Don't worry, don't give us a stake of your business. I'm like, okay, no problem. I kept on pushing it. Now, we moved from just 50 people that we were training, because we can bring in like 5 or 10 because that's what our money could carry. We moved from 50, we went to 150. From 150, we moved to 800. From 800, as at yesterday, I can boldly say that my team and I has consistently pushed Souk to train over 2,580 young people, right, in different communities, of Balinde, Onipan, Oshodi. Name it, places that people on the normal day will tell you, if you carry your phone and go there, you come back with it. I can enter those places and I will come out. Everybody that I go with will still carry their bags and their phones, and no one will take it because we've consistently built a relationship with them. Just imagine if I allowed that idea to sleep because I didn't want to keep pushing. Just imagine I woke up one morning and I told myself, I'm tired, my team dissolved, go and do other things. Maybe a lot of people would have had more of pickpocketing in Obalende, would have had more of pickpocketing in Onipan. But now these are people that can now take care of their families, that people are now doing themselves. So this is what consistency is. Consistency is not always about just you. It's about the end and the outcome of what you're doing. It's about the people that you are going to touch their lives. Because if you don't wake up to show up, you will not create jobs. If you don't wake up to show up, you wouldn't be a change maker. If you don't wake up to show up, maybe your family might just remain the way they are. So it's not always about us. So for me, I feel like consistency is more about fulfilling the purpose and helping others achieve their dreams, right? So that's what consistency is. So, I remember one time when I had a friend, right? She started a business. And when she started this business, she didn't have an idea. She just wanted to, I'm out of school because I finished school 2 years before her. I'm out of school, I need to start a business. I've seen what you've been doing, you've been pushing, people don't understand there are sleepless nights. They just think it's seamless. Someone wakes up in the morning, like when I started posting the flyers of the speaking again, I'm like, you're speaking, nice, they don't even call you for panel. And I'm like, I don't know, but it's good. I kept on pushing, so people felt like you need to come and share your idea. Right. So this my friend started, she has seen all the awards and everything, and then she was like, okay, she's ready to start. You need a plan, and you need to ask yourself, is this really what I want to do? Because on the long run, consistency is not beans, because you wake up one day and you're bored. You don't want to continue. Like, because I love helping people achieve their purpose, that's why I've run my business for 5 years, right? So you need to ask yourself, is this truly what I want to do? Am I really on the right track? Am I going to get tired along the way? Will people keep wanting to work with me? So it's not about just waking up and starting. You need to really take things you really love doing. Because for you to keep pushing, it's just like you're walking on a floor that is full of glasses, and you're supposed to go and take $1 million. You ask yourself, is it worth it? Right now, $1 million is about 800 million naira, right? So you ask yourself, 800 million naira, my life has changed, my business has changed, people around me start enjoying. You ask yourself, is it worth it for me to keep matching these glasses to get to that place? If it's not worth it, step back. Because you might reach halfway, you get tired, you won't still reach the money. So what's the need of you continuing what you're not enjoying? So that's just, so I asked my friend this question. She's like, oh yeah, I love it. She picked the profession, she started. 3 months into the line, artisans started doing what they do best. So you call this person today, are you done with this product? Yeah, madam, call. And the rest, when she goes there, it's not done. She kept pushing this business, and she ended up spending her personal money, like the money from her normal 9 to 5, was now going into the business that was not even bringing anything. And she kept on pushing because she really wanted to be consistent. She would show up every morning, she would do videos, she would post on Instagram. She was trying to be consistent. And I told her, after a year, it's not working. Just close your eyes and let this thing go. Now let's go back. So I carry this book a lot, so I carry this pad a lot, so I changed the book inside. So I brought out the pad as then I told her, now let's start. I asked her a question, are you enjoying this? Are you going to enjoy this on the long run? And she said, she thought she was going to enjoy it. I said, now, when you're doing this for yourself, this exercise, you need to be very honest. This is you. It's not about what people would say. It's just like more people being in a relationship and they know that they're not enjoying it and they keep forcing themselves. No, it's not always about what people will say. People will tell you, oh, they are so cute. When they go back, God forbid. Can you imagine the bitter? So people are just all there for themselves and comments and all those things. No, it's not about that. I asked you this, you don't need to think, be honest. And you're like, okay. She said, okay, she didn't know she was not going to enjoy it. So we ticked off that part out. We asked her again, is this something that when people see you pushing, they will want to come into the business? She now said, well, she thought all those. And I said, now let's start with hobbies. What are the things you love doing? I love helping people write, because back in school she loves explaining assignments. Okay, you love helping people write, we wrote that down. Do you help people solve problems about their business? Oh yes, I help people solve problems, and she wrote it down. And they were like, do you know what I'm driving at? She said, no. I said, okay. I'm driving at the fact that you need to start with things you love, make money, and then start looking for other things that you think that will give you money. She now said what she said, you could be a consultant, you could help people start writing their business plans, you could help people start writing their pitch decks. Why don't you start that? And you're very good in all these things. Back in school, I knew how people was reaching out to you to come and help them out with their design and all those things. Okay, she started. Now, she started pushing every single day. The same energy, it didn't even take her so much of stress as she was doing for the fashion business to start getting customers, to start paying her to do their business plans. And she has pushed that business so successfully for 3 years, and she has consistently been making money. So now it's so effortless. Consistency also has to be very effortless. It's not always about you waking up in the morning and then you're not saying, today I'm going to show up without a plan. No. She's now showing up and she's enjoying showing up. She's not tired. Because you need to pick something that you're enjoying. So when you wake up in the morning, you are happy to start. You cannot wake up in the morning and say you are a chef, you make bowls of food, and you don't like cooking. You get tired. Then you start calling people that start putting so much salt and they don't even follow your plans. Big things you know. And start putting. So when you start with those things, you now see that it is easier for you to get to the end goal. And now, one thing that has actually really stood out for me since I've been talking is the fact that I have looked at a particular idea. Look at the lights here. The lights are on, right? I read sometime that when they were making the bulbs, it took several mistakes before these bulbs were made. Imagine he said, I'm tired, I don't know, we might still be using candles or we might just put on firewood. Do you understand? And people wouldn't want to we will not be productive, we might not even have this light for this camera. Or imagine the person that fixed the cameras didn't keep trying to modernize it till it's now on our phones. Maybe we'll be carrying the cameras that is, I might not have memories. I'm speaking, I met her, I said, okay, you know what, I'm using my phone to get some of my points. Why don't you just use your phone, then you send it to me. So imagine people didn't consistently wake up in the morning to be innovative, to keep bringing up ideas. Maybe a lot of days would have been backlogs. Or imagine people not getting shirts where you could put your brand on your shirt, or people not being able to come up with ideas where you could put in brands like this. This is consistency. They might have started and it was the gums or the inks were shifting. But they told themselves, don't worry, we'll keep trying till we can get a machine that can give us this. So consistency has made the world better. Consistency has made us to become who we are today. Consistency has driven us from going to school. Some of us are still in school. Consistency has made us of thinking of ideas, moving from just one staff to 2 to 3. That is what consistency is. It has made us, change lives, right? You can wake up in the morning and beat your chest and say, yes, today this person has a job because of me. And I have a quote. I also sent it to the Future Summit. I said, consistency is just putting 1, 2, 3 together, and then all those aspirations now become victories. So it's waking up in the morning and saying, this is plan 1 to plan 50. And from plan 1, my plan 1 is, like I told myself this year, I don't know what it is, team, we are consistently pushing. Even if it means us leaving Lagos to another city, we must have nothing less than 5,000 people that we've trained, 5,000 people that are on board on our marketplace, that are selling, that are making money. So my team said, okay, no problem. Now, look at it. We didn't know. Yes, it was slow, but we're still at least we got to 2,580, and I'm happy. We are still pushing. I know. We are moving to another state. We've gotten people reach out to us from other states. Come to our state. Don't worry. All need to come. Don't worry. Let's start with Lagos. It's 1 bit at a time. It's consistency. And that leads me to another point. Consistency is following your plan. It's not just because you want to keep showing up and making money. You now jump from plan 1 to plan 50. I told myself, I'll start by talking to my team first. Talk to my team, I sit in panels, ask me questions, then I can now start speaking to people. That's how I've been moving. That's my plan, that's my goal. Yes, I've spoken here today. Tomorrow it might be a bigger stage. It might be me sitting down again in a panel, but with people that I also have looked out to sit down on the 4 shores of Nigeria. That is what consistency is. So you need to actually move with a plan. Don't just wake up and say, today I'm doing this. You get bored. Right? So in summary of what I'm saying, before I actually summarize another exercise, so that exercise is actually going to be very quick. So we're all doing it together. 30 seconds again. Close our eyes, and I want us to just close. Nobody's talking to anybody, just close your eyes, and I want you to start envisioning something. So while you're on it, I just want everyone to close their eyes first. Then I can start giving us the exercise of what we're going to do now. Right. So the first exercise for us to close our eyes, the second exercise for us to close our eyes and take a deep breath. So close your eyes, take a deep breath. Now imagine yourself 1 year from today. There's a particular plan you have right now, and maybe you can accomplish it in 1 year. So I want you to imagine yourself 1 year from today achieving that goal. Please, in your imagination, achieve it. Don't think about the struggles, just achieve it. I'm very certain some of you are seeing yourselves right now with awards. I'm seeing yourself with your certificates. You're seeing yourselves with checks, alerts. I don't know what it is. I know in that imagination is there. Seeing you set up that business, getting your first staff or your 5th or your 10th staff. Keep imagining. Now, as you imagine that, I want you to now ask yourself, what was one goal you did? Or what is that one goal you have in your mind to get to that level? Are you imagining going through that process right now? I'm very certain some of you, the goal is to make sure that every morning you wake up by 5 a.m. to make sure that you actually leave your house by 7 so that you can get to the place you're going to. The goal is for you to consistently exercise. Maybe you want to lose weight, you want to add weight, you want to start eating certain kind of food. Or the goal is for you to actually make sure that you get a raise. So you want to start getting better appraisals at work. Or the goal is for you to actually make sure that you finally start that business so that you can start creating jobs. I don't know what it is, but I'm very certain that that particular goal. Now, before you open your eyes, I want you to take another deep breath. Smile. Stretch forth your hands out, please. I want everyone to stretch their hands. Now, as you're stretching your hand, be in a receiving mode. Take your 1 year goal from now and start receiving that particular thing you've imagined. Take it with a smile and tell yourself before you open your eyes, well done. I want to hear everybody say it, well done. Call your name, well done, Chioma. Alright, now that is consistency. That is putting yourself out there, pushing yourself, have goals, have plans, keep putting yourself out there. Don't look at people as what they've achieved is luck. Look at it as, if I keep showing up and doing what I love, I'll get to the level I need to be. So my dear friends, keep pushing, and one day, every single thing you've aspired will come to pass. Thank you very much.
Thank you all for joining the Future Summit 2023, an event that celebrates the beauty of consistent progress and
today I was actually able to share my experience, my journey so far, my insights, and what has led me so far to the level and the place I am today. I've shared with everyone there, every chain maker and entrepreneur, young people, old. I told them that what led me to where I am today is my mission, my purpose. And the purpose I have is that I need to love what I do, which is to help people identify their course in life. And so far that has made my journey to be very seamless and has made me to keep consistently showing up and doing and breaking boundaries and shattering glasses. If you're an entrepreneur out there, it's not easy. The journey is not easy, but I'm not like those people that will tell you not to come. Please, if you really want to come into the space, come into the ecosystem. We have lovely people that you look up to. There are a lot of people that are here speaking today that I also look up to, and I'm so excited that they're here. So you would always have people you look up to, and you could look up to me if you want to, but know that the journey is not easy. Brace yourself up. Wear a serious guarded clothes, and please don't forget to pray, because prayers are what would always make you to feel lighter when you are feeling so heavy. So yeah.